Thank you for joining us for another episode of Black History Month Live. And I'm Cynthia from the African Caribbean Society of Scotland. Today, we are interviewing a personality from our community. I'm going to let her introduce herself. Hello, Rakiya.
Yes, hi, good morning, and thank you for having me. My name is Rakiya Suleman. I'm originally from Nigeria, West Africa. And I've been in Scotland for over 25 years. I'm married with 3 lovely children. Work with NHS organization, and I do a lot in the community and my trade union, which we're likely to talk about later. Thank
Fantastic. You. So you've been here for about 20 odd years. What does it mean to be a black woman in Scotland?
For me, to be precise, proud, confident, looking around, not seeing enough people that look like me in the senior positions across all job families in Scotland. Black people have not just been here 3 days or 3 years or 20 years ago, they've been here ages ago.
That's right.
There's a lot of work to be done. The black people are not represented. Black history cannot just be celebrated on 1 month. We should be celebrating black people all the time because we have contributed so much to this continent.
That's so true. Tell me, what is your profession?
My profession is a noble profession. I always say that because that wasn't my choice, but I'm not looking back. I'm a nurse, staff nurse, staff midwife. I have studied in Edinburgh University, done public health sciences. I have an educational qualification to be able to teach. I've done so much that I don't want to start listing my qualification because that's not why we're here. But most important is I am proud of my achievements from my own side of what I've done. But like you have asked before, what is it like for me? I'm still concerned that I haven't seen enough of people like me that's supposed to be where they are. Apart from working as equality and diversity advisor for NHS, I do a lot in my trade union, and in my capacity of my union, I'm the vice chair, national vice chair for black members in Unison.
Yeah.
Unison is a 1.3 million population in the United Kingdom. It's a huge trade union.
Yeah.
In Scotland, I am also the chair for Scottish black members, which is really, really important for us in the workplace and in our community.
Yeah. So tell me, as the chair for the black Scottish members in your union, what does progression look like for them?
Honestly, progression is as bad as COVID-19. Progression, it is not just acute, it's chronic. We have not seen what it's supposed to be. There's a poor career progression. People whom I represent, the people from black and ethnic minority, when I refer to black and ethnic minority, I want to make it very clear. Black and ethnic minority is a very diverse group. We have the Africans, we have the Filipinos, we have the Asians, we have the Arabs, we have mixed race, Scottish mixed race, who fall into this group.
Yeah.
Therefore, they have no progress. They're overqualified. Especially certain people come from certain part of the country, like the Africans and the Indians. They would try anything they would do to make sure that they study as much as they can. They gain qualification. They're dedicated to their job. They make sure they're punctual. They're visible. But up to now, it's still a struggle for them in their various organizations where they work.
Are there any ways of equipping or training these professionals for leadership?
I kind of have concerns when people ask us to train these people. Before any organization employ people from black and ethnic minority, you must be well qualified. They're actually overqualified. But what are the barriers that we have was actually figured out through one of the projects we have run called Leading Better Care, Leading Across Differences. I'm not saying that there's no way out from this problem. There is a solution to most of the problem.
Right.
It's about each organization going back to say, look, we have employed somebody who is well qualified, who is doing their job. How can we be inclusive? And equality is most important that people, it's easy to do. But people are turning a blind eye. They think they did not say anything. People are crying, saying, look, I can't be here working for over 15 years, 20 years. I have seen my white colleagues moving from lower band to higher band. I've seen my white colleagues in council. I've seen my white colleagues in other job sectors moving in career ladder. But the people from black and minority are being ignored. Even if they make an attempt to discuss that, it's been said, oh, maybe you need to do more training. It's not about training. It's about sitting down with these people and ask them, what can we do? Like one organization where I work from, have done that. They have given us opportunity to sit down and find out what is the issue around career progression. And the project that was run to address this is on the Scottish website, the Scottish government website. If you go to equality page, you Google, search for leading better care, leading across differences. This is a project that have addressed issue around career progression for nurses and midwife. They look at the barriers. They ask them questions. Program was designed to address raising their confidence. Let me be honest with you. Sometimes lack of progression in a particular area might not just be about qualification. Some of them said because they don't see people that look like them where they work, which is not having a role model. Some people say because they don't have the confidence, because their confidence has been pushed away. Some people say they've applied several times, but they haven't had the opportunity to cross through, so they give up. So this program actually addressed that and was so successful because it was 1% of nurses who were in this group had been promoted. Wow. But by the end they finished the program, within 5 years, we have 55%. Let me just make it in a figure so that it looks straightforward. We have 150 nurses who come through the program. And by the time the program ended the 5 years, we have 28 people promoted. That shows that somebody got it wrong. If it works for nurses and midwives, it can work for any other person. We need to be representing our community. When you employ people, these people should not just come and work and go home. They should have equal opportunity like their white counterpart.
That's right. So can you tell me which is the way forward with this project that would cut across all the other job families?
The way forward is for people, for different organizations, different employer, to probably have a look at this project and have conversation and share good practice and say, why did this work in such a place? What can we do? Ask the people, don't design a program for them. We are fed up when people sitting down there say, let's do this for black people, let's do this for black. No. Sit to the black people and ask them question. Why is it that you're not progressing your career? What is the issue about? What can we do? Then you invite people, you give them the peer support. They have a safe place to discuss. We bring in their manager to ask them, how can we support you to progress? This is how you address issue. Allow them to lead. And that is why me sitting here today, my career journey is where it is because I have the confidence to challenge. It's not every one of us that have that confidence to challenge unacceptable behavior. I have the confidence to go and figure out what stops me, because there could be internal barrier and external barrier. I can deal with the internal barrier. If I'm not confident, my manager is not going to make me confident.
That's true.
I need to find a way. Is it I need to get a mentor? Is it I need to get somebody who look like me or different from me that I'll be able to have conversation with? So the way forward is about every either private or public sector need to get the figure of the people they have from black and ethnic minority. They need to have the number. They need to find out what are the barriers that are preventing them from career progression. And they need to ask them, is there any way, what can we do as a management to help you? And they should look around other public sector who have been successful. Again, I'm making it very clear. They should not just sit down there and design a program. It's tokenistic.
Yes.
But when we involve the people Yeah, and ask them, how, if I want to make you happy if you come to my house, I'm not just going to get up and make you a cup of tea with plenty of sugar and strong tea like I would do it in my hometown. Exactly. But what I would do is I said, Cynthia, how would you like your cup of tea? That is what I'm asking all the other public sector to go and ask the black people, because we need to celebrate our contribution to Scotland.
That's right.
We need to be given equal opportunity, because our ancestors have done so much for this continent. When I walk around the city and everywhere, I can see what the slaves people have done, the building. I've been to Glasgow and sat down in the building, and because people run through my body. I've gone around Edinburgh and I look at what my ancestor has done. It does not matter which part of Africa was those slaves come from. It was a black person, it was a black woman, it was a black child that were taken away from their continent. We didn't want to come. We were forced to come. Therefore, my message is give them what they deserve. We deserve equal opportunity. And we are going to go get it. Not by force, by dialogue, by conversation.
And you know, it's 2020, and I think the time for tokenism is over.
Absolutely.
It's time for real action.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's good that we are speaking out and making it clear what is important for us and having that dialogue, so that there's no excuse or there's no reason for people to avoid attending to our needs, either by saying they can't see us or they don't know what we need, because we are here. We're making it very clear what we need. You know, we are qualified, we are dedicated, and we want to continue to contribute to Scottish society.
Absolutely. Scotland is a home for most of us now. It's good to have two homes. Nigeria is a home for me, and Scotland is a home for me. I have a son who have a very strong Scottish accent, and when they go home, they have to be asked, what language do you speak in Scotland? And we are not just here to contribute. We are here to be happy, to look forward to coming to work. Why do I look forward to coming to work? Because I know that my manager, my organization will sit down and listen to me. And it shouldn't be about me. That should be a play around the whole sector, either private or government. And it's very important. Why I'm saying it is that when you create unfair society, when you create an unequal society, there's there to be a problem. And the only way we can address it now, it's not about just Black Lives Matters. And when people are saying to me, when you say Black Lives Matter, what of other people? Let me make the message very clear. At present, we're talking about COVID-19, but other diseases matter. Hypertension matter, malaria matter, motor neuron disease matter, sickle cell matter. Think about so many other conditions. Anemia matter, but COVID-19 is the one that is taking people's life like this. Like, in a very nasty way. Attention is now on COVID-19. That is why we're saying Black Lives Matters, because if everybody is being treated fairly, we will not be saying one particular person's life matter. So it's the black community that are not being treated fairly. So that's why we're saying the Black Lives Matter. That's why the attention needs to be there.
That's right.
And it's not going to be only black people doing it. And I want to make it clear to my black community, we cannot fight this alone. It's not our fight. It's a fight for the white colleagues and the black people. And that is why it's going to be successful, because there are more than good people out there.
That's
the Scottish people want this to work.
Yes.
And that is what I want to send the message. Please, let's work together, because we want to take a lead in Scotland to say we make a difference.
That's right. That is a very, very good point that you have made. Not every white person is racist. It's the few that are maybe not as open-minded or educated, the few ignorant people that we're trying to educate with this thing. And we all need to join forces. We need our allies to fight racism, to put an end to it here in Scotland.
What the young black people are saying, and let me tell the message to you. I attended the Scottish youth and have conversation with them. We are not going to be the one educating people. When I want to know about Scotland, what do? I want reading, I want asking questions. We want our white counterpart to please step on and ask questions. And for the black community, be open-minded, be civil, don't be aggressive, don't be upset. When people ask you a question, relax and answer. We don't supposed to be feeling ashamed for anything as a black person in this Scotland, anywhere in the world. My mother told me one thing. She said, anywhere you go, walk straight, your chin high. I said, why, Mom? He said, you've got nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be ashamed of, because we haven't done anything wrong. They came to our continent. We're told it's going to be religion. We already have our culture. We already have our way of doing things. We have different faith before the invention of the so-called colonial masters. What they came with was supposed to be religion. What they went away with is our assets, our women, our men. We're supposed to be ashamed. You have come to take what I have. You have taken my ancestors away to where they didn't want to go to. Yeah, that is done 400 years ago. But what we are talking about, let's make a difference. And no white person should be ashamed or be afraid of what had happened 400 years ago. It's a collective effort to make a change.
That's right. That's right. Rakiya Suleman, thank you so much for spending some time with us this afternoon and highlighting all these things that are happening. Thank you for all the work that you're doing for the community. It's really important for everybody to see people like you in places, in positions like the one you hold, because that makes it easier for the younger boys and girls growing up to know that they can reach where you have reached. And we hope that our children would even pass the places that we have reached to ourselves.
Thank you very much for having me. The message is, nothing comes easy, either you're black or white. You could be white and you have the same challenges that the black people are having, but ours is more. Therefore, don't give up. Get a network, speak with people, be confident. When you fall, get up and walk. When a child falls, the child doesn't lie down there. Get up and walk. I've done so many interviews before I reach where I am today. I get a mentor, I speak to people, white, black, help me. I want advice. Do that. And thank you for having me. Good luck.
Thank you.